Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shannon and I'm a pet portrait and wildlife artist, and today I am in Nairobi in Kenya. We're here on a group trip. Myself and fellow wildlife artist Zoe Fitchett are co-hosting a trip with TrovaTrip. So there's a group of 10 of us and the trip officially starts this evening. We've got a welcome dinner to meet our guide who's going to be taking us all around Kenya over the next 9 days, going to different national parks. We're going on safari. We've got all sorts of different things planned, but today we actually have a bit of spare time before we get into the proper itinerary of the trip. So we're going over to the Sheldrick Trust, which is a baby elephant and rhino orphanage, and if you've never heard of them before, go and check them out on Instagram because they have the most incredible posts. They do loads of videos rescuing animals. They literally just posted this video yesterday of a new baby elephant, so yeah, it's gonna be incredible. So we've got that booked at 10:30 today, so we're gonna go down for some breakfast. We had such a long day of travelling yesterday, so I do feel a bit tired. We got up at 2 in the morning and we didn't get into our room until like pretty much midnight in Kenya, which is about 10 o'clock in the UK. There's a 2-hour time difference, so yeah, I kind of expected there to be a bigger time difference, but there's not. It's gonna be 27 degrees today, so it's quite warm. I'll turn you around and show you what the view looks like outside of the room as well, because it is gorgeous. So this is the view from outside of a hotel room. We're staying in Boulevard Hotel in Nairobi and it's really nice. You can hear the birds. The first animal that we've seen has been a bird outside. And this is just a little bit of the inside of the room. It's really nice. We've made a bit of a mess of it already because last night we were so tired we just shoved everything in, but it's really comfortable. I'm intrigued to see what the rest of the hotel is like, so let's go down for breakfast and then we can set off to the Sheldrick Trust. Just to give a little bit of background, myself and Zoe got the opportunity to do this trip and bring other wildlife enthusiasts and artists along with us. Hello. While art is a huge passion of ours and the reason why we're getting to do this trip in the first place, it doesn't mean that you have to be an artist to join us. It just means that we will be incorporating a little bit of our passion into the trip and hopefully get some amazing reference photos that we can use back home. The Sheldrick Wildlife Trust was founded in 1977 by Dame Daphne Sheldrick to honour her late husband David. And in 4 decades they've successfully raised 320 orphaned elephants. They open the nursery to visitors every day from 11 till 12 noon, so make sure to book your spot in advance if you do want to visit. The visit begins by meeting Raha, the baby rhino, and in the Swahili language, Raha means joy. She is a 2-year-old rhino and unfortunately she's a lot smaller than she should be, and that is because when she was only a 1-week-old calf she was sadly abandoned by her mother and attacked by some jackals. Her tail was bitten completely off and they caused a lot of damage to her rear end. But fortunately vets were able to intervene and she will now go through a rehabilitation process where she will one day be released into Nairobi National Park. Next we get to meet the younger baby orphaned elephants, and they actually feed them human formula milk, so yeah, I found that really interesting, and look how excited they get to come and have their bottle. You can tell that this is definitely the highlight of the day. Almost immediately after they finished the milk they all went for a little drink of water and it was so cute. After they'd all been fed and had a little bit of a play, they head up back to the nursery so that we can meet the older group of orphaned elephants. It's adorable how they all come running down through the forest for the milk time. It's like when you open the fridge and your dog comes running. As you can see, these elephants are a bit bigger and we managed to get in a little gap around the other side of the fence, so we got really close this time. I love the way that they hold the bottle in the trunk. You can tell just how much they're enjoying it. I have never been this close to elephants in my life, and I actually got the chance to touch one, which was incredible. They're obviously very comfortable around people. After all of the feeding is done, it is time for the mud bath, and this is where the elephants can start to have some real fun. Now they do recommend that you wear dark clothing for this because you can get a bit muddy. It's not uncommon for the elephants to challenge each other to a wrestling match, so expect to be splashed. After the fun in the mud, it's time to say goodbye to the elephants and head over to the gift shop. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted everything from this gift shop. I really had to refrain myself not to spend all of my dollars in one go, but I ended up getting a t-shirt, a keyring and a couple of other little bits as well. And then on our way out of Nairobi National Park, we were waiting at the gate for our Uber, and this baboon just appeared out of nowhere and started eating out of the bin. It's amazing to think that these animals are just like casually walking around, and this is just completely normal over here. So this evening we're meeting up with our guide for the trip, so he'll be with us throughout this entire trip, and the company that we're actually on the trip with is Intrepid. So Trova passes on to Intrepid and then they deal with all the logistics and the actual running of the trip. So yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting our guide and seeing what the transport and stuff is going to be like. We're going to be in the same truck everywhere we go, apart from when we go on the safari game drives. We're going to be in one of the 4x4 safari trucks. So yeah, should be a lovely evening, and I'm excited to see what the food's like. We're also going to give everyone the art goodie bags as well. Zoe came in my room earlier and we've put some extra bits in. We put all the pencils and stuff in, and we've also added some little cards that Zoe made that have like games and the itinerary and stuff on. So yeah, should be a good night.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, how cool is that? This is the bus that is going to be taking us around Kenya on this trip, and we'll keep all of our valuables on here. We get our own lockers each, and the driver stays with it at all times, so it's very secure. And here we're making our way over to the carnivore restaurant for our welcome dinner. Thankfully, this trip does cater to vegans and vegetarians as well, and any other special dietary requirements. It's very similar to a Brazilian restaurant where they bring out all the different types of meat on skewers and they don't stop until you put the flag down. Got my new Sheldrick Trust t-shirt on today that I got yesterday, and today our itinerary has switched up a little bit. So we were supposed to be going to a wildlife conservation project in Suswa, but instead we're doing our last day of our itinerary first, which is the ziplining in the Kereita Forest. So we're having quite an activity-packed day today instead. He said it doesn't really matter whether you do it on the way out or the way in. So yeah, that is the plan today. We got up at 5:30 this morning, so feeling pretty tired, but we've got about a 45-minute drive until we get to the ziplining, and then after that we've got about a 4-hour drive till we get to our campsite. So I might have a little nap on the bus, we'll see. But yeah, let's go ziplining.
The Rift Valley is very, very important here in Africa, and it's one of the most spectacular landforms that we have. And we stop here if you want to take pictures. Oh yes, please. If you want to take pictures. This is the Rift Valley. It's the Great Rift Valley.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, all the way from Jordan, from the Middle East.
Wow.
Down through the Red Sea. You know the Red Sea?
Yes.
Then into Africa.
Wow.
Into Sudan, Kenya, down to Tanzania.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
This is the highest point, 8,000 feet.
Wow.
You come from which country?
England.
Oh, London.
No, up north. Quite, do you know Manchester?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Manchester.
not far from there.
Oh,
yeah.
not far from there. One
We're
of the
going
big lakes.
there,
Oh,
yeah.
you are going there.
Yeah.
It's one of the big lakes within the Rift Valley. Then you have Margaret, Mount Margaret, the small one. It's named after a British woman to remember the British people, Margaret. Though it's not very big, but it's named after a British woman.
Ah.
Then we have the biggest satellite station in East Africa, also built by the British. Something whitish down there. I think you can see it. Something, a white disc.
Let's have a look. Zoom in.
You can see it?
Yeah,
Oh.
can, yeah.
Then another mountain is Suswa volcano, 7,000 feet. It's not very clear. And the place we call it the Great Rift Valley, Kenya. And then here we speak Swahili. You can say karibu. Karibu is welcome.
Karibu.
You can say jambo.
Jambo.
For hello. You can say hakuna matata. It's no problem. And then you can say asante. Asante, thank you.
Asante.
Then you can say pole pole for slowly, slowly.
Pole pole.
Yeah, kwaheri is bye bye.
After stopping at the Rift Valley viewpoint, we made our way over to Kereita Forest for an adventure-filled day of ziplining. We made our way into the forest and had our safety brief where we did a little bit of a trial run of the zip lines. They showed us how to slow ourselves down should we need to, because these zip lines do go pretty fast. The first zip line is the longest one, measuring 430 metres, and you can reach speeds of up to 60 kilometres an hour. I ended up going first, and it's really weird, as someone who is absolutely terrified of heights, I didn't find this scary at all. It was actually quite liberating and relaxing, just soaring through the sky. You feel like you're flying. The views are absolutely insane. I feel like I was just taking it all in. I didn't even realise how high up I was. And this is only the first of 6 zip lines, so there's quite a way to go yet. And you might be wondering how I actually managed to get a video of this. This is a double zip line, so the instructor is also doing the zip line with me at the same time and holding the camera, because I would not want to hold my camera on this. I didn't quite have enough speed, so I did have to pull myself along at the end, and that happened to quite a few of us, so do expect that if you're not going fast enough. Woo! There was a little bit of an uphill hike to get to the 3rd zip line, so do keep that in mind. It was a little bit strenuous. It was here that the instructor told us that sometimes they see elephants in these woods that have come through from the Aberdare National Park, although sadly we didn't see any on this occasion. But we did see some cows. After lunch, we set off over to our first campsite, which was next to the Sagana River, and this place had some serious steps, but thankfully most of the camping stuff was brought down in a truck. But look how gorgeous this little spot was for our tents right next to the river. We had our first meal cooked by Jeremy and settled down for a very wet and rainy evening. Gorgeous is this campsite we're staying on. We've got a waterfall behind the tents. Everyone's just putting their tents away now. And we've also been given this lodge that has our own private bathroom and shower. I'm just doing my makeup there. And this is the inside of the lodge. It would be so nice sleeping in one of these. It's really good that we've got it just for the bathroom, so we haven't had to use the shared ones. So this is the shower and bathroom. Today we are going to the Aberdare National Park. We're going in the safari jeeps. The weather's been really rainy. It was raining all last night and it's due to rain this morning as well, so we're going in the cars with the covers on top just in case. Yeah, ziplining was amazing. I absolutely loved that. It was so good. And the food's been really good as well. We've just had breakfast. I'm not going to be long because we need to go and start getting all our stuff back on the trucks and whatnot. It's been very non-stop, so I've not actually had a chance to come and do much talking on the video, but yeah, it's been really good so far. I'm really enjoying it, so I'll catch up later. Filming a reel. Nailed it.
What sort of birds do you get here?
Oh, most of these plants will be forest plants. So you have robins, you have a few turacles, hornbills, robins. You have lots of robins around here.
Fun fact, Queen Elizabeth II was staying here in the Treetops Hotel in the Aberdare National Park when she received the call that her father, King George VI, had died, which means that technically she started her reign as monarch in Kenya.
I've seen a leopard here. I'm just trying to recall if I've seen a lion. I'm told they're here, but I don't remember seeing lions.
Okay.
But then you also have the small, the smaller carnivores. Like I know there are lots of pythons around here. Now, whenever in Africa we talk about I got into a big trouble, somebody says, oh boy, I got into a big trouble, it's as well as I got. I ran into a buffalo. Okay. And many Africans will, if you give an African a choice, which one do you want to meet? Do you want to run into a pride of lions or a lone buffalo? The choice is very easy. I'll take my chances with the lion.
We made our way through the Aberdare National Park, spotting different animals along the way. Jacob told us that as well as the big five, they also have an ugly five, which was so mean. I feel like warthogs aren't ugly, but apparently they're part of the ugly five. After a couple of hours, we had our lunch and then got out of the trucks and made our way down to this gorgeous waterfall. The Aberdare National Park is known for being really green with lots of waterfalls and rainforests, so it's a little bit of a contrast to the Masai Mara. Because of this and the elevation, it does tend to get more wet and rainy. While we got to see a few things at the Aberdare National Park, we actually saw more on our way to our second campsite. There were so many giraffes, zebra, warthogs, all sorts of stuff just on the side of the road, which was incredible. Our driver Steve and our cook Jeremy kindly put our tents up for us so that they were ready when we arrived. So this is our second campsite at Lake Naivasha. It's absolutely gorgeous. How stunning is that? We've seen so many animals on the way here.
They might be them.
They might be.
They were really nice. Are you filming?
Yeah. Don't worry. Apparently you can see hippos here, so they come right up to this fence. The fence keeps them out, thankfully, but yeah, you're likely to see hippos. We saw some giraffes and warthogs and zebras on the way in. We actually saw more on the side of the road than we did in the Aberdare National Park, but the weather wasn't great and we didn't see any elephants sadly, but we're hopeful that we still might see some. But how gorgeous is this? Look at these birds. Suzanne's over there, I think she's doing a vlog as well. It's been quite a long drive today. We were in the car for a good 4 or 5 hours, maybe even more. I just can't get over this. Like when you think of camping, you don't think of this. And the toilets are alright here as well, I've just had a look and they're nice, lots of showers. That's our driver practicing on the bikes. We're going for a cycle safari tomorrow.
Them ones. One behind you as well to the left.
Yeah, a different type of ibis.
Oh, they're an ibis, not a hardgar.
Abadere is an ibis.
Oh, okay.
I think they might be sacred ibis.
Sacred, oh.
Yeah.
Sacred ibis.
These guys in the trees.
They look huge.
Yeah, who are they? They look like a vulture.
Are they vultures or
They're
eagles?
vultures. I'm sure they're vultures.
I'm gonna go and have to get the big camera. No way. Got to get my camera for the birds and then there's a hippo. 2 hippos.
You can just sit here. Yeah, exactly. You can bring one of the camping chairs down. Yeah.
And then this is vegetable ratatouille without cooking.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. And we have the ketchup and the tomato sauce, mayonnaise. Lake Naivasha is in the Rift Valley, and just like you read the Rift Valley starts off from Jordan all the way. When it's just about to enter Kenya, it splits into Western and Eastern Rift Valley. And then comes, and some of the highest peaks we have in Africa are in Rift Valley. Like, for instance, what they call the Mountain of the Sun, or the Ruwenzoris. So the highest peak is over 5,000 meters. So the Rift Valley is, there are some places that are quite high. Where we were today, the Abadere ranges, those are the walls of the Rift Valley. It's because, I don't know whether you noticed the way we dropped when after the gate. We came dropping, we lost a lot of altitude. So we were coming down the Rift Valley escarpment. The Abadere also forms part of the Rift Valley walls. So that's a little bit about the Rift Valley. That's a little bit about what you'll be seeing around Lake Naivasha. All right? I don't know whether there is any question, because I want to let you enjoy the fire.
Just thought I would show you the tent situation. So we have one of these between two people, and Kirsty's not set her stuff yet, but we also get this mat included. I've hired the sleeping bag, and I've somehow managed to lose my second camping pillow, so I've only got the one. But yeah, this is the tent. Kirsty brought that light, so that is a big help. We have to put this up at every campsite we go to, but like I said, thankfully they put these up for us today, so it's been a lot more relaxed. Yesterday was such a mad rush, we didn't even have time to think, so yeah, it's nice to settle down a bit more today. Thankfully we've not really had any bugs in just yet, but yeah, they're very comfortable, and the camping has been so much nicer than I expected. The toilet block is just behind our tent, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour for an idea of what to expect facilities wise at a campsite in Kenya. I'm really impressed by how clean the toilets are here, and it's nice and quiet on this campsite, so there's very rarely anyone else in at the same time. And here you can see the showers. They are hot, but they do also go a bit cold sometimes too. The toilets are nice and clean, and in Kenya you will find these squat toilets as well. Gorgeous. Is that sunrise?
All right, guys, so please don't try to get near the buffalo.
Whereabouts is it?
It's right behind this. You see this little building, this one over here?
Oh yeah.
It's right behind it. It's not Mr. Friendly at all.
No, don't mess with the buffalo.
Don't mess with it.
Do you know where the buffalo went?
It's behind the building on the other side of the campsite. So this morning we're doing the cycle safari. We've switched it with the walk because the weather's not looking too good in the afternoon. So we're just getting ready to go, putting the bikes on the truck, and let's go. Lizzie's just taking some photos. I don't think I'll ever get over this view. Hell's Gate National Park is located in the Rift Valley and is known for its stunning wildlife and scenery. Thankfully, there are no major predators in this area, which means we can cycle safely, but we do have to keep an eye out for the buffalo. This is Fisher's Tower, and you can actually climb this if you're feeling daring. Oh my gosh. Okay, big camera time. This cycle safari took us a little bit longer than expected because of how often we kept stopping for pictures. But it just had to be done because look at these zebra, they were so close. Like I said earlier, you need to be careful around the buffalo, and we saw 2 people get really close to this herd, which caused them to run in our direction, so we had to make sure that we were staying a safe distance. The cycle safari had a really different feel to the safari game drive because you can get really close to the animals and you can stop and take your time, and thankfully the road's really flat so it isn't too strenuous. See, but there's some giraffes over there. We're slowly making our way over to the Gorge, which is the end destination for our cycle, and then we can have a bit of a guided tour and walk around. Be aware of baboons.
So this is the eland. This is a water buffalo. This is the lower jaw of the hippo. And then this is a water buck. This is also the farm of a buffalo.
The what? Femur.
Femur of a buffalo. Yeah. Then also we have this type of rock. It's called obsidian. It's a volcanic glass. And then this is a hartebeest. Similar with the wild beast, but different in size and also the color. It's brown in color. So this is the only animals we have. We have 2 leopards, but we don't really count them because it's very rare to see them.
You have 3 each side.
Yeah. Makes no sense to be able to actually see them, doesn't it? We went through Abadere yesterday.
Climbed the elephant hill.
Yeah, we did, but we didn't see any elephants. They were hiding because it was raining.
Yeah. So in Masai Mara, it's 50-50. Also acts as an underground outlet of Lake Naivasha. So this is water from the lake.
Liz and Suzanne kept joking that I was dressed like Laura Croft, so I took the mick a little bit, and interestingly we found out that this place actually inspired one of the films. There were a few points on this hike that were a little bit strenuous where Kevin had to help us, so keep that in mind if you plan to visit. So this is hot water. Oh, that's lovely. Wow. Oh, yeah, it's a hot bath. Yeah. I know, we need that at the campsite.
So the green substance that is the algae. It's a plant that grows where there's warm water.
And why is it hot?
So actually because of the volcanicity. We have a volcanic mountain around here called Mount. That's why you're also seeing a lot of volcanic rocks around here. So the reason why the place is called Hell's Gate, we actually have, it was named in Maasai. If it was translated into English, it was called Enemenenga. And the reason why the Maasai call it Enemenenga is because when that volcanic mountain erupted, it affected a lot of people. Others became homeless, others died. So as Maasai people, whenever bad things happen, we associate them to bad spirits. So they nicknamed this place Enemenenga, which means hell. Then you see from the gate, you saw the Fisher's Tower, the rock that people are rock climbing, and the walls. And the road is at the middle. So they say that that is the gate into hell. That's why it was nicknamed.
Thank you. So this inspired the stampede on the Lion King?
Yeah, the Tomb Raider also.
Yeah.
If you avoid that part where the wild beasts were running, this is the goat that the inspiration of.
So this is pumice stone that you use to sand your feet. So what's this?
Obsidian. So it's lava, and Suzanne was just saying that it's something that people associate with protection.
Oh.
Suzanne?
Yeah.
Is it protection?
Yeah, it's a protection stone, so like it wards off like evil. People keep it like by the front door, or you can put it on like the Wi-Fi box, like for any kind of like bad rain.
She was saying it's funny though because the place is called House Rock.
Yeah.
And there's all these protections.
Yeah.
But not House Rock, Hell's Gate. Get the modern one.
Hot shower. Little foot scratch.
Found a friend, Archie.
That's giving proper Lion King vibes. You can just imagine Mufasa at the top of there with Sky.
Welcome to our lunch today. Today we have fish stew curry. Then we have chef salad.
Oh wow.
Combination of various garden vegetables. Then we have mandazi. Mandazi are like donuts.
Oh, nice.
So inside here we have the wheat flour, milk, egg, orange juice. I extracted the fresh orange, the juice, and lemon zest. You need it, and then you deep fry it in cooking oil. And then this one, as the vegans won't have it, but the vegan has a special something called the crepes. The crepes, it's just wheat flour and the passion. I extracted the passion. I had to blend the passion. I extracted the juice and sugar and wheat flour. So this one is for vegan. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Asante. Thank you. So we've just had a bit of lunch and it feels like we've done a full day already. It's been that action packed. This morning was amazing. Going to the Hell's Gate National Park and seeing the inspiration for the Lion King. We didn't get time to walk to Pride Rock, but what we did get to see was amazing. So maybe one day I can go there again in the future. I'd definitely love to come back here. So this afternoon we're going on another hike. We're going to Sonachi Kereita Lake and hopefully we'll see some more animals there as well. I think a lot of the group are just going to stay, have a bit of a chill. It's quite intense and action packed, so obviously that's not for everyone, but that's the great thing. You can sort of do as you please. So I think there's about 5 of us going on the hike. I don't want to miss out. I feel like I'd rather just do all the things, deal with the tiredness when I get home. So yeah, I'm gonna get my stuff ready and then I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, what?
So they move in when the aardvark moves out.
Yeah. Yes, and then the warthog normally use it maybe as a breeding den. They sleep inside during the night, maybe with a family group. And if you want to know that is the place is occupied, is maybe when you do this, do you see some flies coming out?
Oh yeah.
That there are some flies coming out. That is an indication that there is somebody occupying inside. Yes, but sometimes when the warthog is inside, don't try to stand wherever you are. You know, when they see you outside, you normally come out like a bullet, whereby it will knock you down.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
So, we have the yellow pack FIFA tree, and we have also the, like this one. This one is the whistling thorn. Whistling thorn. Yeah, when you try to see this one, it has some, you see this one? It is like a fruit, but it is not a fruit. It is just a hollow inside. And then there are some insects which normally stay inside, like you see this one.
Yeah.
When maybe you come near so that you can see clearly. Yeah, you see this one. And this one come out when you touch the tree. Okay? So, and the reason why these ants are here is because the tree normally produce some sugary secretion which the insect normally feeds on. And when the giraffe, because this is the favorite food for the giraffe, when the giraffe try to come and browse on it, the insect normally swam out in large numbers, whereby making the giraffe to shy away or to go away. So, like, for example, if you touch this tree like this now, you see?
Oh yeah, they were coming out.
You see how it come out? You see all over here?
Then that puts the giraffes off.
Yes. Yeah. And then stop the giraffe eating. Yeah, and the name, the botanical name is Acacia tripanalopium. Because of giraffe, he was trying to remove, to strip off the bugs, you see? Yes, because the giraffe normally eat the leaves, and again, they normally remove also the bugs. Because once they remove the bugs, you know, sometimes the tree get rotten by insects, and then the tree falls down. Yeah.
giraffes. The giraffe is just there. This is the most beautiful, peaceful place I've ever seen. It's so quiet. I've never been so relaxed on a walk. Oh my gosh. A warthog. Oh, Pumba. After the relaxing part of the hike, we made our way up to the Kereita Lake viewpoint, and the views from up here were absolutely stunning. We were quite tired from a long day of activities and we almost considered not walking up here, but I'm so glad that we did because it was well worth the slightly strenuous walk up the hill.
Yeah, that one. That's a maiden, and then this one is Kereita Lake. This one is Kereita Lake. Yes.
I'm going to leave this video here for now, and I'm going to do a part 2 because we're heading over to the Masai Mara today, which is like the most well-known national park in Kenya. So yeah, I'll sign this video off. Please make sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to see the next part of the Kenya vlogs, and I'll see you in the next one. So bye for now.